Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to ask question 7, 2017 under my name. Question is directed to Minister for Fisheries. Can the Minister inform this House on what the Ministry has done and plans to implement to alleviate the problems of declining fisheries resources in the offshore fisheries to assist the offshore industry? Thank you.
Thank you. Now I give the floor to the Honourable Minister for Fisheries.
Madam Speaker, I rise to respond to the question raised by the Honourable Alvik Maraj. Firstly, the Ministry has set initiative to sustain fishery resources within the fishery that has been to limit the entry into the fishery based on the availability of stocks. Secondly, it has established a limit of extraction. Thirdly, it has set monitoring, control and surveillance (MCS) mechanism in place to see that the regulations to regulate the fisheries is adhered to. Fourthly, the Ministry continues to vigorously negotiate regional and international forums of Regional Fisheries Management Organization (RFMO) for the sustainable management of fisheries. The stocks, as the fishes are highly migratory, and a concerted effort of every fishing nation needs to be coordinated and reasonable extraction done. Madam Speaker, in the offshore sector, a national total allowable catch (TAC) is annually set, and at the moment is set at 12,000 metric tons. This TAC ensures the sustainable extraction of tuna stocks and other offshore fish stocks within Fiji's exclusive economic zone. It is set in alignment to the fish stock assessment that is worked out in conjunction with the South Pacific Commission and the Foreign Fisheries Agency. Madam Speaker, in allowing entry into the fisheries, a license cap has been set at 60, and this is reviewed periodically through the maximum economic yield (MEY) assessment to extend the range of licenses to be issued annually so as to maintain a healthy fishery. The current cap has been reduced over the last 5 to 7 years from 110 licenses to 60. Madam Speaker, a stringent MCS mechanism is in place. A vessel monitoring system to monitor licensed vessels within the sector is both operated by the Ministry and the Fiji Navy. The Navy also conducts dedicated fisheries surface patrols in order to do compliance checks on our vessels in our waters to complement the MCS effort and the work of our observers posted on the fishing vessels. With all this in place, Madam Speaker, the decline in offshore fisheries resources continue to be recorded. Now, what has the fisheries done to address this further? Madam Speaker, to alleviate the pressure on tuna stocks and stop its decline, other new species has been identified. Fishes like mahi-mahi, diamond head, squid and blue nose and others. Mahi-mahi and snapper are now being fished while the others are going through the process before it becomes declared as a fishery. The Ministry expects that through this cross-border strategy, we have been vigorously negotiating with neighboring nations with larger EEZ. We are hoping that our Fiji companies will be allowed to fish in their waters, which has better fishing conditions. Madam Speaker, as earlier alluded to, the Ministry continues to vigorously negotiate in forums like the Regional Fisheries Management Organization in discussing these highly migratory species, and we hope that we could come to an understanding in the near future. The last WCPFC meeting held in Fiji in Denarau last December started the successful adoption of the harvest strategies to be implemented in the region for these species, which will also affect Fiji stock and is assessed to address the decline in the offshore stocks. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable Noikula.
ask the Minister whether we have any programs jointly with the indigenous resource owners for the protection of the stock within the area.
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, can I ask that he repeats his question?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Do you have any joint programs with the Golingoli owners to protect the resource or stock?
Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, that's inshore fisheries. I'm talking about offshore fisheries.
Thank you. Supplementary question, Honourable Tuleca Koroilavesau.
Can the Honourable Minister for Fisheries explain or elaborate on what the Ministry plans for or is undertaking in order to strengthen Fiji's stature as a regional hub in relation to fisheries?
Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, as I have alluded to, we are already in discussions with neighboring nations that have bigger EEZ and have a lot more stocks than us. We have started negotiating with them so that we can employ our locally registered vessel to fish within the EEZ.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Kiliraki.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. Given the review or reducing of the total allowable catch every year, now as well as the license, my question is whether the Ministry of Fisheries is in its plans to reduce more license, currently sitting at 60, and the industry is suggesting that for the sustainable industry of the local tuna to go down to 45. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Yes, Madam Speaker, there has been a lot of discussions within the industry, fisheries industry, and there is initiatives now to reduce the fishing licenses from 60 to 50. We coordinating an action while we would like to introduce new fisheries, which will then reduce the licenses issued for tuna. That is the new fisheries that I have already discussed, mahi-mahi. We hopefully will convert those tuna licenses and replace them with the new fisheries that we are discussing with the industry at the moment.
Thank you. Honourable Asir.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted to ask the Honourable Minister, in his answer he said there's alternative for mai-mai. Since this is a demand-based industry, has the Ministry identified the market for mai-mai as an alternative supply?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, mai-mai is a very it's quite a highly demanded species at the moment, but there's no specific license for mahi-mahi. It is caught as a bycatch for tuna at the moment.
Thank you.